Okay, it's another beautiful morning, and the engine is running, and we're about to leave Blue Lagoon and Vincent. So this is where we're going. There's Beckwith. We're making reasonable progress, doing between 5 and 6 knots. For 3 weeks in the main, there's not nearly as much wind as I was expecting. We had about 12 knots in the marina, and I figured that once we get out of the shelter, we'd have quite a bit more. But we don't seem to have, although it's early days yet. But we've got the engine shut down, and all is well for the moment. Vincent is shrinking in the rear view mirror, and Beckley is right here. So here we are, entering Beckley. This is called Admiralty Bay, I said, and the capital is Port Elizabeth, which is just around the corner here to our port side. Our friends Steph and Kathryn are here somewhere, and we're just going to go and see if we can find
brunch. We'll have brunch with Steph, South African brunch.
Might even put the braai on.
Yeah. We've got some lovely lamb chops we bought in St. Lucia from the big Massey store in St. Lucia, and we'll celebrate King Charles III, and also celebrate life in general.
Okay, so here we are in Princess Margaret Bay. We've just had a couple of goes at anchoring. Today we're done 10 miles, 88.76 for the month.
It's a shorty.
And the maximum wind speed was 19 knots, and we did 7.5 knots, which was fine.
Good day from, where did we arrive? We arrived at Beckwith, just a 6, 7, 8 miles sail from St. Vincent, and Beckwith is the Grenadines side, I believe, and we've just arrived here now. Beautiful anchorage, really another beautiful spot.
Shot of me falling over, eh? Yeah. In the hope that I fall over. Sayonara, see you later.
Adios, amigos.
Sanders off for our lesson in paddleboarding.
Doing fine. If you're really gonna fall, just sit down on your butt.
Speed Championships.
Get in there, John.
So this is the one bar we've just been at,
This one right here is cool.
where we lost our hearing.
Hi there guys, this is just a brief update in Bekwe today, Monday, 8th of May, and that is our friend Steph from South Africa.
So we have left Port Elizabeth and Admiralty Bay, and we're heading round to Friendship Bay. We have a little sail with our friends Steph and Kathryn in Ace, and it's a kind of last minute decision, so I didn't get any video of us going, but we just started up the port engine and off we went. Got the sails up as quickly as possible. I had 3 reefs in initially. I've shaken out the 3rd reef, and hopefully that will be enough. Steph reckons it's about 6-7 miles. Obviously we'll probably end up doing more than that, so we're in a bit of a rush to get there before it gets too dark. So here we go. Okay, so here we are, anchored in Friendship Bay. I'd like to have been a bit further around here, but there's some yachts there, and we got here in the dark and it was just a bit too difficult to assess. But we did 10 miles today, 9.96. We motored the last mile, a mile and a quarter, which was fine, to try and get here just before it got dark. Maximums we had 24 knots of wind and we did 8.6 knots, which is not bad either. And done for the month so far. The month we've done 98.8, just coming up to 100 miles for the month of May. So there we are. It's a little bit rolly as advertised, but the holding does seem to be good, which is great. I've left Bekwe. We are in here at a place called Friendship Bay, and I have to say it was a pretty brutal night. But anyway, it is what it is, and we're on our way. Mustique over here on the left hand side, and Kanawan, this is where we're going. We're missing out Mustique, too expensive, and we're going to go direct to Kanawan. We're making reasonable progress. The wind seems to have settled down at the standard trade wind, 15 to 20 knots, which is fine, as a result of which I've shaken out the reefs in the Jenny and one of the reefs in the mainsail. So we've just got 2 reefs in the mainsail, which is good for 20 odd knots. And we've got 13 miles to go. we're making about between 6 and 7 knots, so that's a couple of hours give or take. Yeah, all is good. This is our land is clearly visible. Just going around this west side of it, so we're around the west side, so the anchorage. According to where we're actually trekking, we're going to miss the island by margin. Doesn't really look like it looking out the window, but we'll keep our eye on that. And we've got just under 3 miles to run, which is nice. I'll put 2 more reefs, I'll put the 2 reefs back in the Jenny because our friends Steph and Kathryn have fallen quite a long way behind. I wanted to slow us down a little bit, let them catch up. And also, there's very often an acceleration zone around these islands, around the tops or bottoms of the islands, where the wind suddenly accelerates, where it gets sort of squeezed a bit. So it won't do us any harm to have those reefs in. So here we are, just as we come round the acceleration zone here, about 23 knots. It was a good decision to put in the reefs in the Genoa. And I'm sure once we get round it, it will drop away again. Okay, so we've just arrived in Canouan, in Grand Bay, Canouan. A bit of a bumpy old sail down, I have to say. It was pretty rough last night.
Bumpy is an understatement, Captain.
We've done just about 20 miles, 19.35, just under 20 miles. And the other numbers with a maximum of 25.8 knots, and we did a maximum of 9.3 knots. So that's all good.
Interview, how's it? We've been for our second lesson.
Yeah, we've been for our second stand-up paddle lesson, but mine starts with halfway stand-up, but it's fabulous.
You
and
like it?
I'm getting there because I've got a great teacher, Steph.
Hello, it's me. Nice. Yeah, we're having a joy. And the youngster is out there. He's doing his thing. He's just cruising past the windows right now. Let's go look at him. Going into view in this window. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Maybe this side.
We've got a new instructor giving lessons to her husband. Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly.
Captain! Very cool.
Okay.
Hello, you two.
Hey.
What's happening?
How a car?
Jeez, and what a car. John Deere, Krakasaki. Left side. Left side. Stop here. Whoa! Jeez, I hope his flying is better than his driving. Ooh. Wop wop. Where's the royal wave?
The royal wave.
Ace and not so bad in front. Let's pan round the bay. Yeah, there's a school just down here. So, Commodore, what's occurring?
Oh, we hired a little Mercedes-Benz, which we'll show you later. And now we came to the other side of Panawan, and this is what we discovered. Wow, and it's so tempting.
So we're going to go for a swim.
We go, get up.
Our friend Steph is going to go kite surfing. And we're going to have a swim. What do we think of this?
I think this is totally, unbelievably, surprisingly amazing. But I hear all these things that they're running around, so this makes me a little bit unnerved, and I think it's time I
That's the plaza over there, apparently. And this is Shenanigans. Let's see if we can get a spot of lunch or something.
This is Shenanigans.
Let's have some shenanigans then.
Yes.
At the entrance to the marina, we're at the Shenanigans restaurant and swimming pool, part of the complex. And that's Meru over there. More, I think. Quite the spot, quite the spot. We're off. Our car again. Beautiful marina. We're just leaving the Seoul House Hotel and look what we found wandering around. There's apparently a lot of them around on the island.
That's the game.
And this is the first one we've seen. Where are you off to, sir? Where are you off to? We're not going to get through there.